and it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. Through the final chicane, and the AlphaTauri hits the wall of champions. Alright, everybody, we're back with the lead here for Australia. I can see on the screen already, Ed did not pick his team in time, so he's stuck with Rapid right now. He should have been in the Alfa Romeo, I guess, which... no, man, it could lead to issues when they are like fighting and both want to pit or something. Because, well, they really should be on separate teams, but honestly, could have also just picked the team, I guess. We're not gonna restart the session for that.
Understandably so. It's a lot of drivers to get all back in. Couple drivers getting ready to come out, Rapid being one. I didn't quite see who that was else that snuck out there.
It seems to be one of the Haas's, which has to be Ocean then?
Kingsman, by the looks of things.
Yeah. Kingsman here, first one to be setting a lap. I assume he's actually going to be qualifying here, because if he does want to start last, he's just never gonna get anybody. But yeah, we have quite a bunch of Challenger tier drivers moving up here. That would be the two Haas's, the Alfa Romeo, and Fantominum in the Ferrari, and one more that I can't spot right now. So yeah. Thus, almost a full grid again. Very nice to see. Also, I think info for you, dude. I will probably botch this again, but one of the twins in the Williams is actually Eric.
Okay.
That's and I can't remember who, because like the twins are his cousins, and his PC, PlayStation blew up, so he's playing at their homes.
I see. Okay. I mean, that's commitment. I rate it.
Yeah, for sure. And ever since he's done that, his cousins actually show up for the race, the other one. So
okay.
Big W on several instances, I guess.
I'm going to assume that Alex is actually playing, and it's Mark that's not, just from looking at the stats.
Yeah.
The document that
Yes.
Astral has provided to me.
That is very smart. Yeah, of course they are correctly named in the stats, so if you can see Alex in the stats, Alex is actually driving, the other one is. So well, playing standings, currently we have Seagull in the lead of the championship. Closely behind it's Hussein and Rapid. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting championship fight here, given it has gone wrong for both of these guys on some occasions. Ed has just left the session and has thus retired. Not sure what exactly is going on there.
Kingsman about to complete his first lap. 1:18.2.
And that is a decent benchmark for Challenger, but I guess let's hop on board with Kurtzy here maybe. Who should be one of the guys who really put in a decent lap for elite tier standards.
Rapid as well, coming round to complete his first flying lap.
Yeah, Rapid usually... Yeah, safe to say, I think on average he is the fastest of our guys on quali pace.
1:16.7. I mean, that says it all there, Seagull. Not too much further off them, but to my understanding, for at least the lap set anyway, between all the drivers, Rapid does hold the fastest in sort of time trial wise.
Yeah.
But that is a significant step up already from what we saw in Challenger, which is in some ways to be expected, but 116.7 is lightning quick.
Yeah. I mean, usually the thing, well, he does improve generally speaking, but only like by slight margins. Oftentimes on the other drivers, like Seagull for example, I expect to improve by like half a second still or something. Like they set a first lap, but they get way better towards the end of quali. Rapid just somehow always comes out, shows a banger, and then just has like very slight improvements. I think he's just, I don't know, maybe better warmed up. He's like more able to deliver his best pace immediately in qualifying.
Just trying to, in my head, establish who's still setting a lap. I think everyone who's done there, got a lap on the board, is heading back towards the pits as you would expect. Hussein, the only one on an outlap now, Janman as well. So 2 more flying to come up, but otherwise it's a lot of just in laps going on. Toru does improve though. Did watch him just jump from P10 to P7, so he's made a second flying lap before returning to the pit.
Yeah. Not even sure. Does he? Oh yeah, he's running on mediums. So I'm not sure if he got his warm-ups in. Sometimes he just tends to drive like a 3 or 4 lap stint on mediums in quali. And he will show us his soft tire pace, I think, towards the end of this. But yeah, P7 with that, only 1.5 tenths behind Kurtz is not too bad, honestly. Kurtz expected. Yeah, honestly, Kurtz always ends up somewhere in the top 5 in the race. His qualifying performances in the past have been, on the last few races, have been a little bit mixed, I think. Last race only starting from 10th. Certainly would expect more from him. Currently, yeah, Kingsman, I mean, not that Kingsman's slow, but Challenger tier driver ahead of him. Miels last season was Challenger as well. Has of course improved a lot.
Interesting things happening here though. Hussein's set 2 purple sectors so far, come through round in the final sector as well. So we could be on for a new fastest lap in this qualifying session. Keeps it clean. Coming back round and up to the line. I'd say 2 purple sectors so far. This could not Rapid out the water.
A little bit of a lock-up there.
Lost it. Yeah, he's just lost the pace in that final sector.
Yeah.
That shows what he can do.
I mean, yeah, Hussein I think is definitely... Rapid Hussein is probably the most likely pairing to end up in the front row. Where's Jimsky even? Jimsky has not set a lap time yet. We have Deddy now joining the other Alfa Romeo as well. So full grid here actually, with 5 Challenger tier drivers coming through. Let's see. Ocean.
That is interesting considering obviously Ed is backed out and it's supposed to be in the Alfa Romeo, so Deddy was then supposed to be in the Red Bull.
Yeah, I mean, we will be probably like swapping these 2's points around then.
Of course.
Let's see, Janneman is about to... Oh, actually no, he has full ERS. He may have... Okay, yeah, he's just coming back into the pits.
Interesting.
Let's see. Okay. Williams here. That was definitely a wild little collision between... Oh god, is it Mark now? Is the actual...
Mark
Yeah,
would
no, it's
be
Eric.
Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eric and Alex are...
Oh god.
Oh, Alex is ran wide and hit the wall. I have no idea what is going on there. But
Williams
also,
outlaps are always a little bit wild. I'm gonna be real here.
Certainly looks like it.
Let's see. I would love to, yeah, see Jimsky lap here, actually. He has not set a lap time yet. Definitely expected, I think, yeah, probably to be around that 17.4 threshold where Seagull and Emils are currently at. No, Marcian.
As well. Yeah.
Also to add, like, yeah, I don't know. It's unfortunate, this one. But yeah, there's like rules because of these bugs. Like someone is getting like a bug like
Oh,
this.
Jimsky.
Yeah, P2.
169. Beats both our expectations. Gets under 117. So
Yeah.
good lap from him.
Yeah,
very
definitely.
very good.
Yeah, but yeah, there's not gonna be lobby restart. I guess maybe safety cars are doing well for you, Ed. But like, yeah, this is not the first time this bug has happened. We're not restarting for these. Oh my god, Eric has died.
Oh, goodness me. Yeah, no, he is firmly out. Without setting a lap as well, so I'm expecting at least him and Ed, if he can't get back in, to start from the back of the grid.
It will put you in the race, is what I'm thinking. So like, I would ask of you to at least start it, because it will break the lobby otherwise if it's AI, I think. So yeah.
As Rapid did also improve on his time by 2/10 there at 1:16.5, the time to beat for that pole position. 1:16's currently being the time for the front row, as well as Hussein is on that 1:17.1, part of that second row.
Yeah. Janeman is currently on a hot lap. Is another one who at least
Astro, those things.
Oh yeah, yeah, might be. They might be just next to each other here.
Janeman it's going to be the first line. I think that's Daddy in front of Janeman, actually.
Okay.
Astro just coming out of the fourth corner, I believe.
Fair enough. I think Janeman's someone who
Well, he's just set a purple second sector, so
yeah.
see what he does.
I'd expect him in the like top 6 area as well. I think he was close to a race win in the opener of this season, but he has notoriously bad internet, so disconnected in like the penultimate laps. Let's see, lost it in the last turn quite heavily, but it's still a 17.3, currently good enough for the second row there. P4 for the Alpine for now.
As we expect, should be Astro coming up to the line. Set a lap and will be the last to set any sort of marker down, with about 5 minutes to go in the session where everyone will look to improve. See where he can put himself in. That Alfa Romeo is a 1:19.1, so better than Daddy, and quite possibly better than what he put in the Challenger session, but ultimately not enough for anything more than P17.
Both Mercedes on hot lap right now. Seagull has just invalidated his lap. He's gonna race back into the pits probably and try to get another clean attempt in. Toru is still going, 0.1 ahead as of now. Would gain him 1 position at least. Kurtz has also just started his next lap, currently in the middle of some, well, former or current Challenger tier drivers. Certainly looking for some improvement still.
That's the sector 2 there for Toru as well, so that part of the track definitely evolving as the session goes on, where that DRS does open right up.
Last 2 turns. I found this left-hander very awkward to get a good line out of, but this last one is really difficult to just get fully on the power without losing it. 0.8 improvement. This is just what he would have wanted, I think. P7 is probably a very fair representation where I would expect him race pace wise.
Respectable of last year's Challenger driver champion.
Yep.
Just try to keep out of the way of the Alpha Tauri coming up behind him, but he seems to be sending it back to the pit rather quickly. I wonder if he's trying to get back there to maybe get out for one more lap. Thinks he's got more in him.
Yeah, also to add, it will also put you in the car. So if you're in the session, you will be put back in the car. So yeah, you can still drive. And no man, after lap 1 is over, it's probably P5 territory for you already. Well, who else do we have? Kurze has now started his final attempt. He had invalidated the previous one and then abandoned it to save fuel and energy to get this last one in. I think he's probably aiming for a mid 117 at least, so about 0.6, 0.7 of an improvement is what I would expect for him here. Let's see.
Alex also on a flying lap, not too much further down the road from Kurz. Nicely kept in the lines there and got to do it one more time, so avoid invalidating this lap. 112 through there. We'll see where this puts him. A 117.3, so nearly a full second improvement, puts him P4, second row as it stands. Kurz will be happy with that one.
Yeah, just behind his teammate there. And 2,000 ahead of Jannemann, who is probably going to try to change that. A lot of drivers on outlaps right now. Let's see.
4/10 improvement there from Alex as well, puts him P9.
Ooh, yeah, big for him as well. Almost enough to get Toru here too. Showing very good pace here. On board with MQ right now, who kind of lost it there. It's just slightly behind his EB time as of now. Let's see if he can make it up in this last sector. Should definitely look for at least one more position here as well. It's just half a tenth he needs to gain on the Ferrari.
Bantaminian begins his flying lap.
There we are. MQ up to 14th.
Right behind his teammate there as well.
Let's see. I'll go on board with Rapid right now, who is very clear in the lead as of now. But of course, race is going to be something entirely different. Slipstream is super strong on this track, but it's so many full speed sections where you can just easily stay behind. We've seen a lot of overtakes, even if it wasn't the cleanest in Challenger.
That's a purple first sector there for Rapid again, improves on his own time by 0.09 of a second. Could be about to just make that little bit more of a distance, give himself that. And it's another improvement, he's up. Wasn't a purple sector there, but still up by now a 10th, so it remains quicker.
Yeah, it was honestly a crazy line through that long chicane after the Sector 3 start. He cut so much across the curve there, actually. Surprised that he did not invalidate there, but coming through on the line here. 16.3. Yeah.
Goodness me. Siegel improves to P4. Marcel Jan up the line, no improvement for him. No improvement for, I believe, an Alpine that's just cross line.
Hussein
there was.
yeah.
Jannemann. P3 ahead of Hussein.
Yeah, big for him here. Hussein has lost it in the last turn again and was thus not able to improve. Let's see what Jimsky can do. 117 flat, yeah, slightly slower, but it's gonna be his P2 anyways. I think he's gonna be quite happy with that start.
Kingsman improves, gets above Ocean, but it's only 1.2 place improvement. Emil next to the line, and it's not an it's an outlap, that one, or an inlap. Sorry, that was a 153. So no improvement for him. Lauda the last one out on track, but it's not going to be improvement. This is an inlap for him. So we have our grid set. Oh, Lauda just into a wall.
Yeah, and into the pits, and yeah, interesting grid here, to be honest. Again, Emil's with a very good qualifying as well. Did not point him out specifically there, but he's just a few thousandths ahead of Kurtz and Marcian, and right up there with the top group. Certainly not a driver who I would have expected with these top guys up here. I think, like, if we take the top 5 and Kurtz, this would be my safe bet for pretty much any podium this season. But maybe Emils can make an impact here today, get that surprise podium in. It's gonna be super tough to compete with the race pace of these top guys, but yeah, who knows what happens.
All to play for in a full grid, and Jarman again also put himself in a very good position. The top 3 all under the 117 mark, but Rapid quite clearly the quickest when he's able to fully put his foot down. 6 tenths the gap there, but it's you know, turn 1 was pretty clean for Challenger, but 8 additional drivers on the grids here for Elite League. So I don't know. Maybe we'll see a little bit of contact. Who knows? Not to ask for it or anything. We do like to see a nice clean race, but that additional 8 cars may make it that little bit more difficult to keep it tight, especially as we said there was a glitch that was stopping the car dead on the curb. So fingers crossed we can avoid that. Again, we managed to for 20 laps in Challenger League, so surely in a higher quality league, we'll say, it will continue to do so and keep it clean in that regard.
Yeah, I'm hyped for the top battles for sure. Like our top 6 guys, race pace wise, very similar on pace. Unfortunately, Ed has to start from further down due to I think there's like some sort of bug that throws you out of the lobby and retires your car. So he's gonna be hoping for that like lap 1 action that can give him a couple of positions from the start, and I think race pace wise he's gonna be working himself up through the field as well. So very curious about the strats here. Pit lane relatively short, as we said before. Medium hard is the go-to, but you could probably also soft medium or something. A lot of medium starters, some hard runners, and we're going away here. It does look like Jimsky got an extraordinary start here. He's on the inside here. He's not quite sending it into turn 1.
Someone spun.
Oh yeah, huge crashes further down. And well, I mean, at least Ed gained 4 positions here and got through relatively cleanly. Battles are still going on in the midfield here. Emils and Kurtz are side by side briefly, and behind them, I think there is Dylan and Toru trying to negotiate a way side by side through that middle sector. I think, apart from like some of the Challenger tier drivers, everybody did get through relatively cleanly.
Yeah, it looks like Astro's picked up some front wing damage again. It's the exact same end plate that he lost in the Challenger race. In front of him is the one comes out at the back. It looks like he's maybe lost his front wing end plate, same side as no, he's still got it. So not entirely sure what actually happened to him.
Jimsky there being pushed off track a little bit by Rapid. Not quite sure whether that was like an individual mistake by Jimsky himself or just really Rapid not leaving any space on the outside, but it has been yeah, one lead change and then one change of P2 as Janeman is now sitting there. Ed has worked his way up into P15 already, has gotten past Ocean and MQ already, so he's really getting there. Toro here seems to be fighting with Emils.
Yeah, very, very close there. Oh, Emil nearly makes contact with the back end of Alex, who's just been passed by cars. It's nearly gone 3 wide and it almost allows Dylan in there as well. Toru just getting a little bit. Oh, there was a bit of a lag and a jump forward as Alex is all of a sudden 6/10 ahead of Emil. When it looked like it was a really, really close battle there at one point.
Fair. Seems to be a little bit of some desyncing going on here, maybe, but
Maybe Emil actually that looked like he
yeah, I'm
jolted
not
through
sure.
that second sector.
Like, there have been issues. I think Kurtz did not have this on this game, I think, but on the last one he randomly had like game freezes where the game just paused
Yes,
2 seconds just for him, like, and for no one else. So the game is weird sometimes like that. So I don't know.
Speaking of cars, he has found himself in a little bit of clean air here, 1.6 ahead of Alex, but not quite on the tail of Seagull. His 3 fastest laps come
Yeah.
through very, very quickly.
Top
The
3 here.
DRS now enabled.
Yeah, they're seemingly getting away a little bit, even from Hussein here, who is usually able to go with the race pace there. Seagull, of course, is gonna have a little bit of a harder time on his hard tires. But yeah.
Whatever happened at turn 1, as intact as Phantominium's car looks, is already 24 seconds adrift from the back, and
He has
Astra
pitted.
also struggling for pace a little bit here. Who, I mean, as you say, Phantominium having pit, but Astra not so much, and as a result, finds himself. I think it must be that front wing damage that's costing him the time there.
Yeah, Emil's against Twin Alex, or rather, oh god. No, this is actually Alex, yeah. Going through.
Yeah, it is Alex.
And, further down, Eric sends a move on Dylan. A little bit of an aggressive one, not gonna lie. Dylan might be coming through with a counter. There's a Masteryan in the mix there, in the Ferrari. But yeah, it's still going fine here. And a little bit of positional changes, especially now that the DRS is active further down the field. Ed is up to P13, has worked his way past Daddy as well. And he will now soon approach these fighting cars around the P10 area. Let's see. Yeah, Ed and Daddy closing up on Marcian and Eric there. So yeah, I think next DRS zone might already get dangerous for the Ferrari here if Ed is just a little bit closer this time, which he is. He has the better traction still with the softs, and I'm certain he's gonna try to go for a move if the opportunity shall arise. Let's see. Marcian tries to go around the outside of Eric.
Oh, barely avoids contact there, and it looks like Ed ran a little bit wide there as well, because Daddy's now slipped in front. I think he must have ended up on the grass and just killed all sort of momentum he had coming out of that corner.
Yeah, Daddy through, as Ed did in fact run a little bit wide. Kingsman could be looking for a move on Ed here, but nah, he's too far away. No chance for him. Let's see, Marcian though has DRS active around the outside of Eric now. And through to P11, but already 2 seconds down from P10. So, yeah. Gonna be a little bit of a catch-up to do for Marcian to get the next position. Ed, in the meantime, back past Daddy. And I think so will Kingsman be here, slipping through on the inside.
Dylan through on Alex, and that was just purely down to the DRS, and it will open again for him just to help him sort of consolidate the move and and P9 there. Toru very close to the back of Emil, who won't have DRS through this next straight either. So you would imagine this could and should really be the German driver up into P7. It's going to be on Emil to defend.
Yeah, and behind
Bit of a
them,
battle going on between Marcel Jan and Eric here. But it's Eric with the DRS that helps him consolidate P11. Two Williams drivers now next to each other in the grid. Toru hasn't made it through on Emil, so Emil defending well, despite him being right in the back, and that's pulled Dylan into that fight as well.
yeah, I mean, of course, the guys behind are gonna hope that they're just gonna keep fighting a little longer, lose all that time, and there is an Alpha Tauri in a wall, and off to go again. That turn, very easy to spin. I think it's, wait, what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Quick right-hander there. You run a little bit too far to the outside, touch like this tiniest bit of grass, you immediately get sent into the wall. Has been like one.
Oh, Seagull's gonna, or someone has. Who's that?
Oh well, Seagull must have lost some time, right? Kurtz is just at his rear right now.
Yeah, it looked like he went off. Toru finally threw in Emil, but there was certainly a Mercedes static coming out of that second DRS zone and just heading into that third sector. It must well have been Seagull. With cars all over the back of him at the moment, manages to just about hold position on those hard tires. Cars coming behind on the mediums.
Yeah, it should still be better at this point. Well, if we can believe Jimsky and hard medium is a good strat, I would assume you would be running about 17 laps on hards and about 12-ish on mediums. So 6 laps, well in that length of the stint. Would be pretty good. Kurtz
No defense there for Seagull at all, really. It's Kurtz on the medium tires. He's gonna get the DRS open again. Just help him pull away a little bit more, but as long as Seagull keeps within that 1 second gap, he's gonna have the benefit of a split really DRS zone coming up in here.
I mean, both of them are like smart racing drivers, so they know that fighting much not really gonna benefit them. If Kurtz can go better pace as of now as Seagull, I think Seagull is happy to just sit behind, take the slipstream and gain some time. But yeah, we're gonna see whether there's gonna be a comeback attack by Seagull here. Does not look like it. See a little bit further down, Toru, Emil's, Dylan, still a combination of three drivers that are battling a little bit. Emil's lost it a little bit there, almost got sent into the same wall that I think Lauda has visited just before. Oh, there is a change of order in the top 3. Now Jimsky ahead of Jannemann.
And that looks like that was just, again, a DRS sort of move, and they've both got it there on the back of Rapid. So all within 5/10 of each other, and this should make for a very interesting This is DRS zone as we come out of the third sector and onto lap number 9 with these 3 lead cars, 2 Astons. Decent bit off. You're saying 3 seconds either side of them. Just riding a comfortable race as it stands, and it looks like Astral is also pit at the back there. He's on hard tyres and a new front wing. It's all happening up the front.
Yeah, a little bit of a battle for last position here, I guess, with Astral and Fentaminum finding themselves there far apart from the rest of the field, as they are the only ones who have pit already. Let's see here. Seagull is just remaining behind Kurtz, not a biggie. The two...
Kurtz have a time penalty.
Yeah. Yeah, this tends to happen here as well. I mean, a lot of quick corners where you can run wide on. So we've just seen Alex here almost losing his car, running a little bit too wide over the curbs as well. Oh, change for the leads, or what? Jannemann is in the gravel trap, deep inside the... No idea how that happened. Must have been contact between Jimsky and Jannemann here, really. I think. Can't imagine it any other way. Getting overtaken by everyone now, of course, with the dirty tires. Have to be cleaned up a little bit over the next half lap or so. He's all the way down to P8 from P2. He's lost him 10 seconds or so.
Very, very unfortunate run of things as Rapid now just nearly gets himself that second gap to Jimsky as well. Hussein, in amongst all of that, he was about 3.6 seconds behind last time we checked in on him. He's got within DRS of Jimsky, so whether there was maybe contact between Jimsky and Jannemann. Jimsky seems to be losing a lot of time now. He's already lost over a second to Rapid, and Hussein and all of that, as I say, has gained a full 3 seconds onto the back of Jimsky, so yeah. Maybe that's where Jannemann's come off track.
Yeah, I mean, there have been like brief position changes within the top 3 for the first time in the last lap or so. So maybe they've started losing a little bit of time by fighting a little bit. I'm gonna be curious to see how well Jannemann can recover from this. Of course, has picked up a time penalty for corner cutting as well. Really eager to make up the lost time. But yeah, with Toru and, well, the other of the top guys, Emil's here around him, and even Dylan, his teammate there, up in the mix. These guys certainly aren't super slow neither. So yeah, it's not gonna be the easiest time for him moving around all of them.
Still an interesting little battle going on between Kurz and Seagull. A lot of respect going on. There's not too much of a fight. Seagull may well just get through now with the DRS, which again, I mean, he's on the hard tires. He's kept pace with Kurz right throughout the start of this race, and with the tires, the expectation is that he will go longer than these medium tire runners. So any sort of continued pace that you can put down will benefit him in the long run, but we will see where everyone ends up after they take their pit stops. Ed, the only one still, well, running on those softs for the 10 laps that the first 16 drivers have had their tires since the start, but loses out to Alex in the end.
Oh, they're still going side by side there with the
there's 4 cars there, in fact. Yeah. Good.
Oh my god. Oh, and
it's all gone wrong.
Yeah, both Williams in the wall there, and it's a safety car. I was about to say Ed probably needs a safety car at this point. He's running a soft super long. Probably hoping for that so he can get that free pit stop. But
happening? I'm watching Alex and
yeah, okay, that is the track reset in the end, I guess, but yeah, interesting one, honestly. Rapid gonna be in P2 now as Kurtz stays out, so that so that Hussein can pit, but Hussein probably pitted in front of him, so he was like, I will lose too much time if we double stack here. I'll just stay out.
It's unfortunate either way, because you would imagine that Kurz will lose a few more positions having stayed out, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Obviously, a lot of cars still catch up to the safety car, but you would expect them to do so by the time they come round again and Kurz gets his opportunity to pit. I think at this point, he's going to lose more time. I mean, in theory, you lose less time pitting under the safety car. We all know that, but whether he still does it now, after everyone's caught up, he'll lose a decent amount of positions. If he stays out on the mediums and pits again, he could well lose more.
Yeah, I think he should probably still do it. I mean, at this point, it's no longer quicker to pit under safety car. Because it, like, everyone
There's
else
still,
has no
yeah.
limit on the delta, I think, because it's for them it's just catch safety car queue, no
Yeah.
matter the speed, so they can theoretically just go full speed. There was like a 9-second gap between Jannemann and Salted Dylan, but that has shrunk down to 3 already, and Kurtzer really, I think, has to get in now to at least not lose everything, but it's still gonna be so much.
He's staying out.
Yeah, I
He
guess
has stayed out.
that is fair enough as well then. Maybe banking on a late pit stop that could gain him some time, maybe another safety car or something. Ed is back in the pits here. Oh, front wing exchange. Oh, he must have gone in and then they didn't exchange the front wing, so he has to go in again.
Yeah.
Gonna be losing, I think, 2 or 3 positions here. But at least he has the better tire now compared to the others. And I don't know,
So only
14
two
laps.
drivers to stay out there then would be Kurtzer and Asha. It's unfortunate there for Deddy as well, who had only just recently pit
Yeah.
for those hards, because his are 3 laps old, so that would have been before the safety car. And a little bit unfortunate for him, but vast majority of the grid now hard tire runners.
Yeah. I wonder if Kurtzer tries to just like chill in the slipstream as far as he can. Go like on to 75%, like really go to the edge of these tires and then like try to bang out a soft stint in the end, and like catch up the time loss that he's gonna have through that late pit stop, if that's gonna be the strat or if he's just hoping for another safety car. Which can still happen. I mean, we have 20 drivers still running. Rare that we...
So.
Yeah, it's rare that we even get 20 drivers in the lobby, but even here, only been one major incident there with Ed and the Williams.
Believe it would be Alex. It was he made contact as opposed to Eric, just based on.
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I would have to see that again. I think, like, there were like just 4 cars wide almost, so really hard to say who is at fault, or like who made contact with whom. But yeah. Another lap of safety car is gonna be the last one. It's good for Kurtz, of course, if he wants to extend his stint here. Laps on the safety car, of course, a little bit less tire wear.
In the elite tier general, there has already been a clip posted from Alex's perspective, and despite Ed claiming that it was a Williams fault, Ed does sort of come in and leave Alex with no room. That's where the initial contact starts. And with the 2 of them sort of coming together and spinning, Eric then hits into the back. So
yeah, I mean, I kind of thought this was gonna happen, or was what happened. I thought it looked like one of the Williams was running on the grass because they had so few room. And then the turn just like turned, and there was just no more space. But we're gonna see after the race, I guess.
That's one for stewards, which is us. But you know, we'll get a proper look at it. We'll get some take a look at the reports. Safety car in, and we'll have, in theory, 14 racing laps left to go. This car's 13 lap old mediums. It's gonna be sketchy for him, but at least one positive you can take from it is the first 3 cars behind him are on cool hard, so maybe it will just build up a bit of a gap when he does
I don't think so.
release the rest of the gate. Now, you know,
I
we'll
mean,
see
it
what
would
happens.
be cool to see, but I don't think. I think he's gonna be eaten alive in the first 3 laps. He's gonna be down to P7, or at least P6, I guess. But I'm curious to see how long he can hold on. Really, no idea how good the old mediums still are. He's breaking slipstream here on the straight, which is of course a good idea here. Not be overtaken immediately. I think,
Yeah, especially by Rapid is the car behind him who already beyond him. Oh, a lock up there from Rapid, I think.
God.
Oh, Kerr's lost it. Maybe makes contact with Jimsky as well. I think those mediums are about done. Honestly,
Yeah.
just looking at the way he came out of that turns 3 and 4.
Oh, Astral apparently in the wall in turn 2.
Yep, that
Yeah,
checks
Jimsky's
out.
looking super eager to get past. He is now on the inside. He will go through into the next turn. I think Hussein is going to be left through as well, and so is
Kurz has
Seagull.
been left in the dust.
Yeah.
It's going to be Yaneman as well. Yeah, those mediums are done for. That's 5 positions lost
Yeah.
in the space of a lap.
To be honest, yeah,
in the end.
This was sort of what I expected. I think he might be able to defend against the other guys here. Not that these are way slower, but I think Dylan and Toru just usually don't quite have the pace of the top runners. Well, Jimsky does seem to... I don't know if there's something wrong, but he has like already 1.7 seconds down. Is quite far away from Rapid already.
Yeah, I mean, Rapid just taking off Seagull on the mediums, maybe able to gain time. Alex is his race is done. Not entirely sure what's happened to him on that straight.
Oh no, he retired in the pits most likely. So yeah, that's how you're supposed to do it when you can't be asked, so you don't cause a safety car.
But look at Rapid go.
Yeah.
2 seconds now, clear, and I mean, on those hards, it does still beg the question: are they going to go to the end? Quite possibly, but
yeah,
to build up that sort of gap early on after the safety car is already quite impressive, and you know it's his race to lose. You'd like to think.
Yeah.
Because I can't see Seagull's mediums going the rest of the way, considering how much Kurz's have dropped off. Some maybe still banking on another safety car at this point, but
I think like he's gonna get to the end, no problem, but he's also gonna be a lot slower towards the end. Hearts should not be an issue at all. It should just
Emil disqualified from the session for blocking the pit lane. Excuse you?
That is... he probably crashed into the pit entry or something. I am not quite sure what happened there, but it's usually something like that. If you like spin in front of the pit entry and then you can't quite get away quick enough because it's so narrow. And you have to do like a 20-point turn. And
full on Austin like... Powers type maneuver.
Yeah.
Interesting to see Marcel Jan come in for the mediums though. Wonder, I don't know if he was maybe carrying damage, if the hard tires just weren't cutting it for him.
I'd assume it's damage. I don't think he would...
Oh,
Astral.
And that's Astral in the wall again.
Yeah, that has been turn 5.
And a safety car. Do you know what? Safety car, who that benefits.
Yeah, Kurtz is having a great time right now. He's already been overtaken by Toru, but I think actually everybody is going to come back in. They are gonna take fresh mediums. Seagull is maybe gonna stay out, but I think
Rapid's in.
Oh no, Seagull also
Seagull's in. Hussein stays out. Janman in. Jimsky in. Dylan stays out, as does Toru. Kurtz in. Kingsman out.
I wonder if Kurtz goes for the gamble though to go softs from here.
It's a bit of a split grid on that. Janman on the softs.
Oh yeah, Kurtz on the softs. So it should be possible then. 12 laps. I mean, Ed went 10.
Ed's just had a severe collision. Oh, yeah. What happened to him there?
I am not quite sure.
Oh, it's Rapid.
Wait, what? Where's
Rapid? Rapid has come out of the pit and spun.
Oh my god. Oh lord.
Baffling. I have absolutely no idea. But then it would appear Ed is made some sort of evasive maneuver and made contact with Lauda as a result.
Yeah, might be, might be. I've no idea actually. But
It just gets weirder here in
it's
at Albert Park.
so interesting though. Like now we have the presumable top runners from just a few minutes ago down to P8 for Seagull and 9 for Jannemann. They have so much field to work through. A lot of hard runners who don't have to pit anymore, they are going to defend the position as if it was a fight for the actual position, which it is, even though they are on inferior tires. So yeah, really curious if the top guys, who are like around P10 right now, can make their way through the field in the last 10-11 laps that we're gonna get to see.
It's blown this race wide open regardless. Kurtz does find himself P13, but on those softs you would expect him to gain a few places. Again, with Jannemann is probably the case. But
Yeah. I wonder if the better tire, but much more down in position, is better at this point though, or if the hards are good enough that you can just like it takes them too long to get to the front, because Hussein, Dylan, Toru would be quite a spicy podium, to be honest.
yes, absolutely, and not one that we were particularly expecting coming into this one. Hussein, Toru having decent qualifying sessions. But again, this is all to play for, and it's going to come down to when the safety car comes in. You would imagine this lap, but it could be one more. I'd be surprised if it wasn't this lap.
I think it's usually like at least 2, but then it comes in as soon as the entire field is like gathered up, and that is the case here. So it should come in. Yeah, there we are.
And again, this could be very beneficial for the likes of Seagull, who's on fresh mediums. 4 cars in front of him with penalties, but he may still want to clear those pretty quickly if he wants a sort of pop at the podium, because the top 3 and Hussein, Dylan, and Toru have so far kept it clean.
Also, Jinsky apparently has orange wing damage, so pretty bad one. And yeah, did not get his front wing exchanged on his pit stop, so it's gonna be hard for him to work himself through this. I mean, of course, on the straights it don't matter much, but there's a lot of turning to do. He's still
a lot of those high speed corners as well.
Yeah,
ones where you sort of really need that downforce to get through them. But we are underway again. Hussein leads us into lap number 20 on those hard tires, along with Dylan, Toru, Kingsman, and Lauda all on same age.
Lauda has slept on the restart though, right? Ed with a corner cut penalty. Ed also in a decent position here, I guess. I think right now his tires are still good.
Yeah, I think he is carrying about 8 seconds as far as I'm aware, if not more on those ones. Jannemann gains a place on Eric. Just being on those soft tires is already giving a bit of grip on a hard tire runner of 8. So that kind of gives you a scale as to where we're at with the compounds.
Yeah, very tight move there, as Seagull was overtaking Eric, and then Jannemann just decided to slip through as well. Almost led to contact in the end, but well, let's see what's going on here. And they are approaching Ed and Lauda right now. Ed seems very eager to get past that AlphaTauri. Pushes
and force him off track. There's contact as well, and both lose out there to Seagull and Jannemann, and that's the risk that you take. You get too aggressive with those kind of moves, you actually end up forcing yourself backwards. In the end, Ed nearly loses it coming round onto that straight out the last corner. Just catches the snap, but Now he's lost time significantly to Yaneman, and ultimately finds himself in a worse position than when he went for that move on Lauda, aiming for P5.
A Rapid now approaching Lauda here. Trying to go for the move on the inside. Makes it without contact. I mean, this is also huge for Seagull and Yaneman. For them, it's all a ticking clock on whether they can overtake all of the runners on older tires or not.
Jimsky really struggling with that front wing damage. As you can see, he ran wide, he picked up the penalty and nearly ends up in contact with Eric and Kurtzen, find himself down in P12. There's a lot changing up top. Seagull ahead of Toru. And those medium tires have really started to come through. We're talking about Seagull on the restart and the potential of still finding himself P4 early doors with all those penalties in front. He's cleared all those drivers and is now going after the two that have a sort of clean record. He's already got past Toru as well, who had held P3 on the restart. Dylan and Hussein are not that far up the road from Seagull now. With DRS now enabled, he's in that range just about and sets the fastest lap while he's at. Seagull on a mission.
Oh, there is a yellow flag. I think Eric there spun on the start-finish straight, and oh my god. Retired in the end, and safety cars coming out. That's kinda cringe, but I guess it doesn't do too much neither. Well, it's interesting regardless, I guess. It's Yaneman and Seagull are now really closed up to the top guys here, which is going to be very interesting. I think Yaneman probably has a corner cut time penalty. Yes, 3 seconds.
I would suspect that maybe the hard tire runners may pit here. You would think mediums, possibly soft. I think my only issue is it's clear how much time they were losing in comparison to Seagull and Yaneman. Those moves were significantly easier than I think the hard tire runners, especially Toru and Kingsman, would have liked.
The thing is, you lose 2 positions against Seagull and Yaneman if you stay out, but if you pit here, like,
you lose a lot more.
Yeah, you're probably last at this point. Everybody's here, like, they're all still bunched up from the last safety car. So
Hussein has pit.
Interesting. They're really curious to see. Yeah, Dylan probably with the right move here. So
there's one more in the pit there. It's Ed. And Jimsky comes in too. Understandable. He'll probably look to change his front wing. He would suspect.
A lot of people coming in actually. I think Ed might have had damage as well.
Yeah, six drivers in there in the end.
Oh my god.
A lot of soft tires.
Dude, Lauda just slapped the wall with malicious intent. No. You just had to dodge Rapid because the safety car caught the top guys, and obviously everybody was running way slower then, and he just had to dodge that one. I wonder if he did not, if he did get damage. MQ leaving the session. Wonder.
So AI in control by the looks of things at the moment.
Yeah, I mean under safety cars not too bad.
Is it just me that's seeing that with MQ, or is it?
Honestly, I'm not sure. He's apparently still in the pits, but he is parking in turn 3 for me.
Yep, good. It's not just me then.
No, I don't know if that's good, but
well, yeah, no, I suppose, but I didn't know if my eyes were deceiving me or.
I'm afraid to go on his perspective, honestly, because
it's truly incredible. He's jolting backwards and forth from neutral to first, just on the racing line of turn 3. So
that's horrible.
We'll see what happens when everyone comes round. This could be sheer chaos. If anyone is listening, take it wide on turn 3 for probably the rest of the race. I don't know how long this is going to go on for, but he is. Dude. It's not parked. It is trying to move forward and hitting an invisible wall.
Don't come to turn 3 today. No, man. If MQ, if you can hear us, like if you're on having the stream open, like please try to retire. at this point you're not getting out there anyways. He's left the session. I don't know if he can retire off or not. I really hope he's not there
It's
for
coming
everybody
round.
else.
Safety car about to clear him out, hopefully. Nope. Oh, yeah, no, that's ghosted.
Yeah,
That
he's...
could be a lot worse. Is it?
Dude, he's
I don't know.
reversing back to that point again. Oh my god. And
Oh, no,
yeah,
that's
Jimsky and
contact.
Phantominum crash. Oh, that's so weird.
That's going to be a thing for
Yeah,
possibly
the remainder of the
maybe,
race.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there we
Disqualified.
go.
Hey, lovely. I mean, it was probably not you,
Long
but
enough.
at least the car's gone. Very happy. Yeah, unfortunate of course for MQ, but I guess game-breaking bugs are part of the game. Safety car should come in now, though. This AlphaTauri will despawn shortly, or is that louder? Oh yeah, that might be louder. Okay, safety car is actually staying out another lap. This is huge for Dylan. Oh no, safety car is in this lap. Okay, cool.
Okay. So, what, five racing laps? 25,
Yes.
26, 27, 28, 29. Dylan leads on old hards.
Actually,
So I can't see him holding that particularly long. I think this is going to be a toss between Seal and Janneman. Rapid may well find his way back to the podium here, depending on how this goes, because as we saw, those hard tires were struggling off the back of the last restart. I can only speculate how poor they are going to be running now, but either way, back underway, 5 racing laps to go.
Yeah, here we go. And I think, yeah, Dylan is probably not gonna last long here. Seagull is about to attack him into turn 3 already, and Janneman is not far behind. He might just try to slip through, similarly as he did it to Eric. Oh, and Dylan might have done Janneman a big favor here if he does not kill his own teammate. But why is the safety car still on my screen? What? I mean, Janneman is P1 now and has his teammate blocking for him in P2. This could be very big. He could even be able to...
massive for Alpine, actually.
Yeah, he could even try to, like, maybe make up enough ground to not have the 3-second time penalty for corner cuts that he has. Take away his...
Ocean's gone.
And
we've
Daddy's
lost
gone.
Ocean, we've lost
God,
Eddie.
That is a huge... And there's another safety
we've
car.
We've got another safety car.
And it's
Ed finds himself tucked away at the back. I don't know if he came out of that with any contact at all. If he just had to
going on, man?
Dive back, but that was
I
truly
thought
incredible.
it was like limited to 3 safety cars per session, but apparently we're having a 4th here.
This one, actually, is that the 3rd? It might be the 3rd.
It is the 4th.
There was one. Who is it? There was one for Astral.
Yeah.
There was one for the contact between Alex and Ed.
Yeah. And then there was one for
then
the
there
DNF
was
on the start finish straight.
Yes, which was Eric. So yes, this is safety car number 4, you're right. Ed disqualified from the session for blocking the pit lane. So good. We're down to 12.
Dude, we were saying like, we're not gonna see half the cars DNFing again for Elite, right? These are good drivers.
We're getting there.
Yeah.
We're getting there. We lost 6 in Challenger. We've lost 8 in Elite.
Yeah, we are like, to be honest, like up
This
until
finish under a safety car.
Halfway through the race, there was everybody still running. This is just like, they all kind of, I don't know, just did not continue in the last few
I like
laps.
that Phantominum and Marcel Jan are fully on board with the Ferrari, gonna Ferrari. 4 stops each in this race. 3 for Jimsky. Everyone else that currently remains is on 2 or 1. And Ed and MQ had 4 before their disqualifications as well.
Yeah. I want
also,
like...
Lauda currently on 11 seconds of penalty. 3 for Marcel Jan, 3 for Kurtze, Janneman, and Kingsman, and 6 for Jimsky.
Yeah,
so it's all go, and To be honest, it's going to be a complete toss-up by the time we get to the checkered flag.
Yeah, it's gonna be probably like 2 more laps of racing. If Alpine do it, I mean, not necessarily smart, but if they do it good, I guess, they could get the race win. But for that, Dylan has to like defend out of his mind against Seagull, so that
Janneman can
yeah,
get that 3-second gap.
yeah. First half of the race had no DNFs. Yeah, second half, and here we are, 4 safety cars later. Well, definitely one of the more wicked races. But yeah, so safety car's gonna come in by the end of this lap most likely, and we're gonna have lap 28 and 29, 2 more laps. Really, I don't know. The Alpine master plan could be coming into play, but I mean, if anything, Dylan has to defend regardless, right? If Janneman drops behind, he could have still like gotten that win here.
And what this will also mean is that we won't have DRS at all by the time we come up to the line.
Yes.
So this is going to be pure pace, pure tires, and who can ultimately, you know, make it count.
Yeah. Yeah, and a lot of soft runners behind. Rapid also only in P5, so he's not that far away from the top guys. Hussein just behind him on even better tires here. Hussein is going to be very interesting, honestly. 4-lap-old softs are pretty much fresh. And everybody ahead has just worse tires, so it could still...
Absolutely. And you would, Kerr's on 9 laps offs as well, so you would expect him to pull away from Kurtz as well. But coming up for a restart, and Janneman really slowing this one down as much as he possibly can.
Yeah, I mean, it's what you're supposed to do. He's doing the good old tire warming stretch here. Like, in this game, it's weird. Like, weaving doesn't really warm your tires much. But instead you hold brake by like 20% or something. And then by warming your brakes up very warm, like you get there. But yeah, bang and restart by Janneman here. He could restart it very early because he backed the field up so far. And he's already a second away now. But here is where the music plays. Dylan versus Seagull. Seagull immediately through. Yeah. No chance.
Seagull in a very good position for P1 here, but it is close.
There is a 4-way battle here between... Oh my god, Hussein!
Wide
this
in that
can't
corner.
go
There's
good.
never gonna work out. And penalties for everyone involved. That is Seagull. You know, that's P1.
Yeah,
if he keeps it clean, keeps it in the lines, Seagull's got this. Janneman doing his absolute best to force himself away on those softs, using all of his energy, but it's a long time to try and, well, not a long enough time, I suppose, to get 3 seconds on Seagull, who is on better tires. Just a mess going through there, 4 cars wide into the corner, and penalties all round. Only 2 drivers left without any. Dylan pretty much set possibly for a podium as well, just with all those penalties behind him.
Yeah, and we have like, oh dude, everybody's so all over the place in these middle positions here. It's
that's
so
a
close.
mess.
Janneman with the sub 120 here.
Oh, and Hussein has... Oh no, it's Kurz. It's Kurtz. It's all gone wrong.
Oh my god, and someone is in the wall there. Louder DNF'd. What was that? I only saw this in the background
hit him
there.
As well.
Oh,
Hussein
god.
has hit him as well. Kurz looks to have made contact with some of the debris. It's gone wrong.
Yeah, all wrong for the Astons, especially here. Aston remains the truly cursed team here. And, well, for the guys in front, I mean, unless Seagull makes some major error or, like, collects himself a corner cut time penalty as well, he's got this in the back. And, Janneman, ultimately being held back by that one corner cut too many.
Oh god, that's a mess again, and someone's gone
Oh,
off. It's
God, yeah.
Jimsky this time around. They're still battling for position here. Rapid trying for a move down the inside of Toru. This is really just coming down to it. Yaneman set to come up to the line, but will finish P2 as a result of his penalty. It's Seagull
Oh,
that
no.
will come out with his
Toru
third win of the season. And Toru's gone off.
Yeah, he's been
It's
spun
a
around by
mess.
some sort of contact, man. These last laps have been truly messy. But what a finish it was up on top there. Seagull.
Fantastic result for Alpine.
Yeah, honestly, and for Seagull, championship leader already, and now his closest rival in Rapid and Hussein have only been 6th and 7th. And, I mean, yeah, huge for the Alpines. I mean, huge props for Yaneman regardless, even though he has that time penalty that demotes him down to P2. Maybe he has the footage to show that it wasn't his fault and gets that revoked or something. I'm not sure. But yeah, Seagull with the win, 2 Alpines on the podium. Quite a banger in the end. What's going on there?
Just pure, unadulterated chaos. That's exactly what we expected from Challenger League and not from Elite League, but a very big result in terms of driver standings for Seagull in the end. Constructors Alpine gaining the most from that one.
Kingsman also coming in for the Haas. Challenger tier driver in P4 in the end. Marcian getting one up on his previous teammate there with Rapid, finishing ahead of him. And yeah, ultimately Antaminum getting P9, Jimsky coming home. Wasn't meant to be for Kurze again, but yeah, Mercedes also big points for them overall, I think.
Yeah, absolutely massive for them. They were already leading. Leading the constructors. So it's a huge result. Seagull getting those points and Toru just getting an additional 4 on the board. Alpine the biggest gains considering they're trying to catch and have surpassed McLaren with that. A total of 34 points to McLaren's 1. So they may even start putting themselves within touching distance of Red Bull and Aston Martin, who neither of them particularly a great day there. 8 points picked up from Rapid, 6 from it was Hussein, I think, in the end. But just absolute chaos.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, really.
It was effectively too much for us to even keep up with there at the end, Doom.
I was about to say, like, I'm looking forward for like clips and stuff because I'm sure we missed like half of the action because there was just so much going on.
Entirely possible.
I mean, obviously this is, I mean, not that it isn't entertaining, but I'd prefer to see a clean race.
Yes,
generally speaking.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a wild one though. Absolutely wild one. And yeah, I don't know. There's not much more for us to say, I guess. You said it earlier already. Next week's gonna be Canada. It'll be the last race before we have a little Christmas break. And yeah, for that last one next week, I'm already looking forward to bringing that again. I don't know with who yet. I don't know. You said you were probably not around, right?
It's going to depend. I may be able to find my way in, but it will depend.
Yeah, we will see. Otherwise, I'm gonna grab Kingsman maybe, or someone else who is interested too. So no biggie. We will be delivering the action regardless. And well, for now, not much else left to say. Then thank you all for being here tonight. Thank you for the racers who have followed the other tiers race in the Twitch chat. And yeah, see you next week. Till then. And it's lights out and away we go here in Formula Sundays. Through the final chicane, and the AlphaTauri hits the wall of champions.